John Gosselin face-to-face with Levi Johnston on our New York set.
I watched his show. I always thought he was a great dad.
And sounding off in the insider argument, who has it worse?
I definitely would say I get the worst rap. Why do you think they changed the show to K+8?
And special guests, John Gosselin and Levi Johnston.
The insider.
The insider.
What side
Are you on?
Now, from Times Square, the insider is on.
Embattled dads Levi Johnston and John Gosselin face-to-face for the first time on our New York City set. What the two infamous fathers want the world to know about their private pain. It's the breaking news and the opposing views. Let's get to our other top story on our special guests.
John or Levi? Which dad do you believe is getting the worst rap? It's time to take a side.
His name is Levi Johnston.
Levi Johnston.
Reality TV star John Gosselin.
John Gosselin.
Another turn in the twisted saga.
Sarah Palin and Levi Johnston.
John of John and Kate fame.
Levi is America's #1 political prisoner.
All right, let's get to it. Which dad is getting the worst rap? Is it John or Levi?
I'm going to say it's John, and you know I have been your champion, but I do feel like the court of public opinion has really come down so hard on you.
I'm going to take the opposite side of this argument and say that it's Levi who's getting the worst rap between who is a worse dad. John, I don't think, has ever been portrayed as a bad father or an unfit father, where Levi I've heard referred to many times as just the baby daddy. It's almost like he doesn't get the respect he deserves as the father of Trip.
Guys, as we like to say, what side are you on? Who's getting the worst rap as a dad?
I don't know. I don't think neither of us got it easy. I mean,
Who's getting the worst rap, though? If you had to choose, when you go by that newsstand, when you hear people talking, who's getting the worst rap?
Go by the newsstand? I definitely would say I get the worst rap.
What about in the court of public opinion?
And the court of public opinion. I mean, why do you think they changed the show to K+8?
What's the most hurtful, untrue thing you've heard about yourself?
probably when it first started, I was a deadbeat father. That was probably the hardest thing taken that I've actually heard.
I want to ask John. Levi is new to this, to parenting. You've got 8 children and 10 years of marriage under your belt. What advice would you give Levi?
Well, what I'm trying to work on now is communication with my ex-spouse, Kate. And, if you ever get the chance, that's very important because that child is your legacy.
Levi, conversely, looking at John's situation, what do you think that you can learn from John as a parent?
I don't know. I watched his show before I had Trip. I mean, Bristol loved it, and it was good. I learned a few things from it, and I always thought he was a great dad. I'm gonna take what he said. And, I like it. He's giving me advice, and that's what I need.
Well, in just 14 minutes, we're taking it back to the streets, and some of the toughest questions from the toughest New Yorkers are coming at you guys. You'll hear them weigh in straight ahead.
Welcome back to The Insider from the middle of Times Square with our panelists, semi-nominated host and former prosecutor Star Jones, plus our special guest, John Gosselin, and the father of Sarah Palin's grandson, Levi Johnston.
Our very own Niecy Nash is tracking today's online poll on John and Levi. Who's the better catch? Who would you rather date, John Gosselin or Levi Johnston? Niecy has a few New Yorkers weighing in.
All right, I am here with the ladies. So who would you rather date, Levi or John?
Levi.
What about you?
Levi.
What about you?
Levi.
Everybody for Levi. Okay, why?
He's younger.
Oh, and maybe because he don't have 8 kids? All right, sending it back to you, Lara.
Right now, let's get back to our panelists, John Gosselin and Levi Johnston. Both of these dads have been under intense scrutiny of late, but get ready, gentlemen, because it's not over. You are about to face some tough questions from some tough New Yorkers. Niecy Nash is standing by in the crowd.
Inquiring minds want to know. All right, you got a question for John. What is it?
John, would you ever pose for Playgirl?
Go for it.
No, I wouldn't pose for Playgirl.
Would either of you want to be on Dancing with the Stars?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a very good dancer.
Well, that's where you go on Dancing with the Stars. I would consider it, but you never know.
All right, you got a question for Levi, and what is it?
Levi, what are you going to tell your son about Sarah Palin when your son grows up?
Well, I think when he gets older and matures and he understands what trouble I had to go through to, be able to see him and get custody rights, I think it'll change his mind and he'll think less of Sarah and more of his father.
All right, what's your question?
John, why does Kate have such a bad haircut?
Oh!
It wasn't so bad in the beginning, but I guess it just carried on and on and on, so. I didn't cut her hair, so.
All right, what's your question?
Who's the better kisser, Kate or Haley?
Ooh. I'm gonna be truthful, it's gonna be Haley.
Well, those are all the questions from down here. Back to you, Lara.
All right, well, you fared pretty well with the crowd out there, but now we're going to check our online poll. We asked, who do you think is the better catch? Would you rather date a little John Gosselin or maybe a little Levi Johnston? Now, the folks on the street have weighed in, so the country is now sounding off, and this was kind of surprising. 72% say John. With all due respect, I just thought it was going to be more equal. Only 28% of you are all about Levi. Keep those votes coming in now because things do change, but for now, the insider viewers have spoken.
I think that all 8 of those kids have a computer.
We've got another big story covered from an insider angle. This just in.
Has John and Kate plus 8 been replaced? TLC telling the insider the popular and controversial reality show is being replaced by the TLC hit Cake Boss.
Once in a while, I gotta, step it up a notch. When I say something, I want people to jump.
Italian bakery owner Buddy Velastro supervising his team of family members at Carlo's Bakery in New Jersey.
Nobody wants to say, hey, we need this or we need that.
The TV reality series cooking up big ratings with a dash of drama and a whole lot of love.